me, what they're surprised about the story is everybody knows the story, and Clint even tells the story. He says, well, why would I make that movie? It took 3.5 minutes. And what we didn't know was the National Transportation Safety Board hearings that would turn our heroes into villains. And although it wasn't as adversarial as it might have been in the movie because we had to condense it, took over a period of 18 months. And Sully said during that 18 months, it was the most traumatic time of his life. They were going to lose their jobs, potentially, their reputations. They were never going to fly again. And so it was very traumatic for them. I did talk to Jeff about the flight. And Jeff said, as a pilot and as passengers, we get on a plane. And we hear the humming of the engines. And that is a comforting sound because that means you're getting power to the engines and you have thrust and you can go through the air and get to your destination on time and get off the bus. When the birds hit at 3,000 feet in the middle of New York City, they heard the one thing that they never want to hear as pilots, and that's silence. And that's the thing that struck Jeff the most, and I know Sully as well. And it was then that everything, they went into their technique, their protocol. They're trained to do this. Sully says, if you ever hear him speak, he says, we're just doing our jobs. We're not heroes. We're trained to do this. Sully has 20,000 hours in the air. Jeff Skiles has 15,000 hours in the air. They expect this to happen at some point or another. Now, this was dual engine failure at 3,000 feet in the middle of New York City. That's not in the manual. But Sully says he just relied on his flying, his calculations to get him on the ground. So he doesn't consider himself to be a hero, but we do.